There are teachers whose emotions are negative. That's why it is better not to have some teachers. It is better to have artificial intelligence with its mechanical emotion without any love or hatred. There are teachers who show their hatred towards the students, love or hatred. It is not good. I don't think that emotions are so important. That's good.
Yeah. But at the same time, if we use like ChatGPT or other bots to like make our teachers, we won't understand how to communicate with each other, because what's the point of coming to school if we are still going to open our laptops and do the class like on laptops? So we won't communicate.
Who has taught you English, first of all?
Something.
Miss Anna.
Yeah, but
How long has she been teaching you English?
From 6th grade, so 3 years.
But haven't you taken any private lessons?
No, actually English was my first language, so yeah. I'm Armenian, but because we went to China for my mom's and dad's university, I learned English.
Does your mother know English?
Yes. Sonra?
Hello everyone. Sorry for being late.
So let's answer this question. Who has ever used artificial intelligence and how have you used? Have you used just to copy and paste your homework or your homework?
AI for coding. Like, I want to code JavaScript, but I don't know JavaScript, so I just use AI. I only use it for coding, nothing else.
Copying?
Yeah, I'm just copying and pasting the code. I just never use it for homework.
Good. So in my point of view, there is no student in here except him that didn't use ChatGPT AI. But in my point of view, if a student really wants to be professional in the future and have a good career, he will not use ChatGPT. So he will be more professional in his own way. And of course, ChatGPT has its own advantages and disadvantages. So the advantage is that it is really helpful. We can use it every second, but how it will continue? If there will be any employees in the future for like, if ChatGPT will be instead of human, and will be there any connections, any communication with people? It is really hard because we are improving every second, and we don't know what is going to be after like a second or after like an hour. And being in 21st century, it means improve with all technologies. And of course, we need to use it to know everything in 21st century, but we won't use it for cheating, I think. And if it is possible, I would say that ChatGPT creators won't do anything bad for the future, for students, because there is no student who will not use ChatGPT if it is hard for him. And yes.
So of course I agree with you. You answered your question by telling another story. But I like people who are lazy, they will copy. Like me, I don't copy. My mother told me that if I want to use ChatGPT or other places, I have to just read the information and to just think it by myself and write it another script, because that would be a copy. So if you are not lazy, you won't take ChatGPT as a cheat code. So it's not will be a bad thing.
And I really agree with your last answer that if I don't need physics, I won't go more deeper in it. Like I won't sit and learn physics rules. I will use ChatGPT and to be more easier. And I will go deeper in the language. For example, I'm studying English now and Armenian literature, and I will go with my brain. Like I don't know how to explain with my knowledge. I will use my knowledge for learning Armenian literature and Armenian language. So yeah.
ChatGPT is
Others.
Personally, I
Think
think
about the advantages and disadvantages of ChatGPT from your own example, from your own experience, own examples. Do not speak general ideas. You do not need your general ideas. Speak from your own experience, using some examples.
In my experience, sometimes we have to do presentations. For example, in history class, like during presentations, you have to make them very short, like a few sentences each slide. And for things like that, I use ChatGPT. I study the material and then I ask ChatGPT to make a presentation on that subject. Then I carefully examine it and make sure I know everything that's written in the presentation. And yeah, like that. I use ChatGPT to make really like short things that take time but aren't that long and aren't that complicated. I think that's like the proper ways to use ChatGPT. You shouldn't write an essay using ChatGPT because I have tried doing that and it just didn't work. How do I say this? It just didn't make sense. There wasn't any emotion in it, even though I told it to like make it emotional and make it good. There just wasn't any emotion in it, and it was long. It just kept repeating the same thing. Yeah.
But as the 12th graders said it, they are not supposed to give you emotions. They were just there to help us understand better things, not to write your essays, not to give you emotions. They were just there to help us understand things, not to write the whole script for ourselves. They were just for...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's like, it's not
Okay.
you write
Okay.
essays with that.
The disadvantages are that people just get lazier and lazier and they won't do their work. Everything won't be an emotion because, as I said and as they said, ChatGPT isn't supposed to give us emotions, and yeah, but yeah, I don't know what's the point. The disadvantages we said at the first time. The advantages are that we get information, like better information. Like you said that you read 10 books because you wanted to know it honestly. You can just ask ChatGPT what you want to know. Like I want to learn Newton's first rule. You can ask him ChatGPT, and it would say what's Newton's first rule, and then also give you information how it became the first rule, like what happened that Newton now knows about that. And now we know. Yeah.
But we also can't be 100% sure in artificial intelligence because I'm saying from my experience, I used to write some rules from artificial intelligence, and sometimes it answered me wrong, and I had to pay for it in school. But sometimes I can give another example from advantage ChatGPT. Like one day I had to write history essay that I don't really wanted to write, but at the same time I had to learn my Armenian language lesson, which was really important for me. And what is advantage that I told ChatGPT to write an essay it took only like 3 minutes to rewrite it on paper. And yeah, it was very easy because if I will given time to my history, I wouldn't be able to write my Armenian language homework.
But I think that AI, especially ChatGPT, can make us lazy because that we know that our homework can do ChatGPT. We are not giving a lot of time to make our homework because we know that ChatGPT can do if we, for example, taking different hobbies, for example, playing games and not doing our classes because we know that ChatGPT can do our class and homework.
Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Ari, for those who don't know. I'm a student from the 12th grade. And yes, I think it's a good topic to talk about. I have lots of examples from my experience. For example, yeah, people said that it could make us lazy. And guess what? It can really get dangerous when people who are intelligent, people who are smart, can turn into, this is a term called lazy geniuses. Like when someone is clever enough, has some ideas, but they find out about ChatGPT and they start to generate some things, they start to ask the AI to do their homework instead of them, and that is when we call someone lazy geniuses. Like they know how to do it, but they are lazy enough not to do it themselves. And other than that, it's a security matter actually, that people sometimes say, yes, we have rules on ChatGPT, you can't ask those things because they are illegal. But guess what? ChatGPT has its loopholes. You know what a loophole is? When something is restricted by law, but you seek some steps, in order to cross it, and it can be successful. For example, let me give you an example. You're asking ChatGPT, this was a meme actually on social media, but it's true. You ask ChatGPT about like from where can I buy guns? Guns are illegal. ChatGPT restricts you and says, like, no, that's an illegal thing. I don't want you to know about it. So the loophole is when you ask how people buy guns or where people buy guns from, so not referring by you, but people, it answers you. I've tried it and it worked. Like it has limits on its security and sometimes people can step the law. So that's where AI can be dangerous for children.
He's a future lawyer, that's why.
Yeah, but at the same time, the advantages. I encourage people to use AI to get to know something general, like to get some information. Because nowadays we can't escape from AI. It's a thing, it's a modern thing, and we need to follow it. Like we need to, as we follow the trends, we need to follow nowadays traditions. So-called, because yes, some modern